Hi, I'm Jody Galvin and I teach in the Communication Department. I'm here today to talk to you about how to publish courses and items within a Canvas course. To begin, once you create a Canvas course, you need to make sure that your course is published, because if your course isn't published, your students won't be able to see anything that's in it. So if you take a look at the top right-hand corner, you can see that unpublished is red right now. You want to make sure that you click on the publish button, which will turn green, and that way then all of the items in your class will be accessible to your students. But that's not all you have to do. Once you create a module, you need to make sure that the items within the module are also published. So if you take a look at the example I have, this is a week 4 in one of my current classes, and as you can see, this little circle right here is not colored in. In order for your class and your items to be published, it needs to be a little green circle, not a clear or white circle. So you can publish items within a module a couple different ways. First of all, you can click on this top green, or it was clear before, but this top circle, and you can see that everything underneath it also populated as green. So that means that your students now have a published course and all of the items within this module are viewable to them. Well, let's say, for example, you don't want them to see everything that is there right away. What you can do is you can go in and you can turn off some of those published things. As you saw I just did here, now you can see that these top circles are green check marks, though the ones underneath them are white. You just have to remember that if you turn something off, that you turn it back on, so that way then your students can view it. Because again, just because you can see it doesn't necessarily mean that your students can see it. So let me show you something else. When you create your discussion questions, you also want to make sure that your discussion questions are published. You can publish them the way that I just showed you how to do it, but when you create them, they will start out by being unpublished. So as you can see, this top box is not green. So once you create your discussion questions, you can definitely push that button, and that way then you see that it's published. Going back to my home page, you can see that the little green circle is there. Again, I could have published it that way, or I could have done it the way that I just showed you. The same goes for quizzes. Quizzes also need to be published. So when you take a look at this, when you're putting your quiz together, your quiz will start out as being unpublished. And you can see this little message at the top. This quiz is unpublished and only teachers can see the quiz until it is published. So again, you want to make sure that you publish your quizzes. So now that I've gone through how you publish your actual course, how you can publish a full module by clicking on this top circle, how you can go through and you can unpublish items or republish them, and as well as going into your actual discussion questions and your quizzes, you can publish your items that way too. If you have questions about how to publish a course, you can definitely check the Canvas guides or call Canvas 24/7 support.